Hey guys, welcome back. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to begin and install my cylinder heads. I've been working on the heads. I believe they are more or less complete now, actually complete. I did final cleaning on the first head that I'm going to install. I got to do final cleaning on the other head, on the passenger side head, but that's a quick wipe down. And then I'll be ready to install these heads, finally. It's been a long time coming. So I'll bring you along for that. One of the first things, make sure you have the proper gaskets for your specific cylinder head. In my case, this is a FEL or Felpro 1010 that I'm using. And it's fairly sticky to some extent. And these are kind of flattened copper rings. I know they look silver, but they're I think they're copper. So you wanna, once you know you confirm your cylinder head it's the appropriate one for your block and your cylinder head, of course, check on the cylinder gasket, because they have an indicator as to what's up and what is down. In my case, it says up, so it makes it nice and easy. You can't like flip them, okay? But these are actually, they go on either side, okay, of the engine. But just make sure that the upside is the upside and that all the holes kind of pre-line up. In my case, they are dowels in the block. Oh, I should mention, I went ahead and pre-cleaned with acetone all the mating surfaces. So you want to line it up with your dowels and make sure you get those in there. Got to press them in, that's for sure. There we go. Okay. Then I'll come back with the cylinder head and the bolts, and I'll bring you back for that. Okay, I'm just doing one final check that the gasket's on properly, and there you go. It's a close-up of the up arrows. Well, the up indicator, I should mention. Okay, so just want to point that out. Before we get started with putting the head on, what you want to do is maybe prep your supplies. I have all my bolts ready. Okay, and check your cylinder heads, because they may come with all the small block Chevys, at least, and certainly other engines. They have maybe different sizes. In the case of the small block Chevy, they got shorter ones, medium ones, and longer ones, longer bolts. These are ARP bolts. They recommend to use a fastener assembly lubricant, and you want to do that at the head and at the washer side, so it could get torqued properly. The other thing is that I'm using thread sealing at the bolt holes, because on these small block Chevys, it goes through the coolant, taps into the coolant jackets. So all those bolts have to have that thread sealant on it. So what I like to do is I like to prep at least one bolt, put the head on, and put at least one bolt to secure it in place, and then I'll go ahead and prep the others. That's so that the cylinder head doesn't fall off. Okay, even with those little dowels, I do not trust it. So I prep one bolt, get that started, and then I'll do the others. I'll bring you back for that. In front of you again, have my cylinder head here. And let's see, let's get this aligned. Easier if you have, a hand, but when you're doing it alone, there you go. Nope, off. There it is. There it is. So let's get that one bolt. Again, just to get it started. Just to get it started. You do not want these falling off on you. So a couple of threads in there. Okay, let me get one of these bolts in here. Inadvertently, I put the one of the longer ones in the middle, but it's okay. It's only for a temporary hold. I'm only using this to make it easier. It's not even going to touch the head. Well, I'll bring it in just so that it goes in the socket. That's good. It's just enough to get it started. Let me take the other one out. Okay, get that one out. It was the incorrect one. Okay, what I've done here, I've pre-prepped the bolts on the heads of the bolt on both sides of the washer. It has the assembly lube, and at the end of the threads, I've added the thread sealant. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. It makes it easier when you pre-prep them. The other thing I want to point out is the bolts. They have two, the washers, the bolt washers have two sides. One of them has a chamfer and the other one's perfectly flat, if you can see that. Okay, the flat side is towards the head. The chamfer side is towards the bolt because, as an example, the bolts have a little groove on them. You got to make sure you do not put them on the wrong way because it'll damage the bolt. It'll cut into the bolt and you won't get the proper head torque setting. So it's very important that it goes on correctly. Okay, again, the chamfered side towards the head of the bolt, the flat side towards the head itself. Okay, wanted to point that out. All right, I'll bring you back once I'm torquing these down. Okay, a quick update as to where I'm at. What I did was I put all my bolts in the proper sequence. All the short bolts go on the bottom. All the long bolts go towards the center and the top. And the Small Block Chevy has two medium bolts, head bolts, and they go only at the ends. One here and one here. What I did was I did the other side first. I torqued it. Then I'm coming back to this side and I'm going to take you through that process of torquing this side of the head as well. Okay? Now, there's a certain sequence that's you basically start in the middle and you just work your way around in like one big circle, and you tend to do it in 10-pound increments. You could check your head manufacturer instructions. They may have something different. So you could check yours. In my case, it says start at 40 for the airflow research heads and then go 10-pound increments up till you get to 65 or 70. So they want the heads at 65 to 70. What I will probably do in my case, I'm going to do 65, break in the engine, and after it's broken in, and I have to replace my springs again, to put the inner springs. And when I redo my springs, I'll take that opportunity to then go up to 70 because they do suggest retorquing after a heat cycle. If you want to keep yourself not getting confused in terms of what was the last bolt or what sequence you should have, I recommend maybe to print yourself a little cheat sheet like this. Okay, and this allows you to kind of keep a sequence. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. That's the sequence. So, it's good to have only because it keeps you honest in terms of, there's a distraction. You could easily kind of come back to it as to where you were. So it just helps. It's only a quick print. In my case, I'm not going to start at 40. I'm going to go start at 20, do 30, 40, 50, and then from 50, I'll go to 60 and then 65. That's how I did the other head. That's how I'm going to do this head. So I'll bring you along for that. So double check the torque wrench. Set at 20 in my case. 20 is nothing, but nonetheless, I think it's good. It'll kind of, see, it'll bring all the head bolts to at least a particular location. It's a good idea also when you are torquing them to recheck your setting, because in this twist type, I know it has a lock on it, but even when you yanking on it, you could easily kind of change the setting. Let's see here. Start at 1. It's 30. I think we'll do round bolt. All right, my next one is 40. Okay. All right, this here, 40. Put it on there. You get to feel it. It progressively gets that much more difficult. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, go to 50, 60, and 65. I'll bring you back towards the end. Okay, I managed to bring these up to 60. I'm going to do my final sequence to 65. And again, once I've come back and I have to, once the engine has gone through its heat cycle after I break it in, I'll come back and I'll actually bring it up to 70. The instruction says anywhere between 65 to 70. I don't mind bringing it up to 70, but I'll do the 65 first. Now I got to put more weight into this one, so if I block you up, my apologies. Okay. All right, that's all of them. I'm probably going to check it one more time, but that's how you get them on. And you do have to muscle it. You know, you bring up a little sweat doing it. All righty. After the heads are done, I'm going to spin the motor around. I'm going to change the oil pump because that's easy to do now. Only because this was, I'm freshening up the engine. I might as well do it. It's inexpensive things for me to fix. I'll do the oil pan, put the gasket, excuse me. But I'll bring you back for all of that later. Thanks for watching.